Hi, Fenville families. Welcome back. Hey, this is our last week to read. Stella Diaz has something to say. I wonder how her project's going to turn out because last week when we read, she was super nervous about talking in front of people. Remember? She even asked Nick for help, and Nick had some good suggestions. So let's find out today when we read chapters 14 and 15 on page 127, what happens and see if she has any good suggestions. Okay. Chapter 14. Stella, sit over here. I hear Jenny calling from across the cafeteria. I walk over with my tray, and as I get closer, I can see Anna is there, sitting next to Jenny. My hands start to shake, which makes my chocolate pudding jiggle on its tray. I sit down next to Jenny. Anna waves hello. Thanks for letting me sit with you guys, she says. My best friend Isabel is sick today. I usually eat with her. She pouts a little bit. I quietly let out a sigh of relief. Yes, Anna has her own best friend. No problem. It's hard to eat lunch without your best friend, I say, smiling as I shove a chicken tender into my mouth. Thanks, Stella. Can I trade you ants on a log for a chicken tender? Anna holds up a piece of celery with peanut butter and raisins on it. Sure, I reply. We exchange grins as we trade food. Any person who's willing to share food with me can be my friend. The more we talk, the more I can see why Jenny is friends with Anna. She has a cat, a goldfish, and it's pretty funny. I can actually picture us eating lunch together again, maybe even with Isabel. Do you guys have your Valentine's Day cards ready for tomorrow? Asked Jenny. I do. Anna nods. I can't wait for the class party. I tighten my lips. Almost. I'll finish them tonight. Usually I would have finished them by now, but selecting Valentine's Day cards this year has been tricky. Mom makes me give Valentines to all the kids in my class, even the ones I don't like. With most kids, I can give something like Happy Valentine's Day. That works for Jessica, who I have to give one to, but I don't know which card to choose for Stanley. Happy Valentine's Day would just be boring. I also can't choose the Be My Valentine card. No way could I do that. Oh, no way could I do the Will You Be My Valentine or Will You Be Mine card. Oh, when I get home from school, I finally choose You're the Coolest for Stanley because it's the truth. I also spend a lot of time writing out his name nicely. I hope when he reads it, he'll realize that I'm normal and not weird. Then things will get better in class. We might even be friends. While I write everyone else's names on their envelopes, Nick watches Jaws on television. I'm helping you do research for your project, he says. Yeah, somehow. I have to hide behind the couch for most of the movie. Out of all the sea creatures, I'm most afraid of the great white sharks. People say they don't attack humans that often, but after watching the movie, I'm just not sure. Jaws, the great white shark in the movie, really seemed to like attacking people. The next day, I bring the cards for my classmates with me. There are balloons and hearts decorating the entire classroom. I spy Mom in the corner hanging up a streamer. Mom always takes a break from work to help out with parties as a classroom mom. I love her being here. She makes it a little easier since she is so friendly and gets to know all of the kids. Also, Mom's chatty enough for the two of us, so I follow her everywhere as she walks around the room. I'm busy eating a cupcake when I see Mom talking to Stanley. Uh-oh. I never told her about Stanley. He just cut his hair short and it looks super soft. Mom says to him, I love your haircut. My son Nick just cut his hair like that. Do you mind if I touch your hair? It looks like a teddy bear. Stanley just grins and says, yes, ma'am. Mom pets his head. Yep, just like a teddy bear. They both laugh and Stanley starts to turn a little roja. I'm surprised. I didn't think Stanley ever got embarrassed. Then I hear Jessica whisper in my ear, are you hiding behind your mommy? I turn around and my own face is roja. Mom turns around too. Apparently Jessica was quiet enough. Mom stands up extra tall and says, yes, I'm Stella's mother. Nice to meet you. Jessica drops her mouth open and her face goes blank. She's I beam. Yeah, this is my mom. Unhappy that she can't say anything else to me, Jessica huffs and puffs and walks away. Having Mom around is the greatest. After the Valentine's Day party, Mom drives us home. The radio starts playing my favorite song. I open my mouth to sing, but she lowers the music. You know, Stella, someone can only make you feel bad if you let them. It's just words. I can see her eyes looking at me in the rearview mirror. She looks worried, and I hate making her worry. I hope that she will never find out. It doesn't feel like it's just words. Plus, you're lucky. Everyone just likes you. Not everyone likes me. I just decided I wasn't going to let it affect me as much. It'll work for you too, I promise. I look out the window. At the stoplight, I feel her hand reaching back to me. I grab onto it tight. Makes me feel safe. You're so much stronger than you realize. That's why your full name is Estrella. You're my star. You can light up the dark. You promise you aren't lying? I look into her eyes in the rearview mirror. She looks right back at me and says, promise. Thanks, Mom. I don't 100% believe her, but Mom never lies. Moms don't lie, do they? Chapter 15. Wow, Stella, that's such a great dolphin, Miss Bell says as she looks down at my project. She leans over to me. Can you do me a favor? We need a poster for the 3rd grade spelling bee tomorrow. And since you're an expert at drawing dolphins, would you be interested in doing it? Sit up and exclaim, yes. Wonderful. I'll give you the poster and the materials. Ever since I shared Captain Rob and the monkey with Miss Bell, she's been giving me extra projects. She also gives me story ideas all the time. Some of them are not that great, but I love that she talks to me as if I'm a good writer. Dolphins are also the mascot of my school. On the last day of 1st grade, we got to vote for a new mascot. I voted for the Dolphins because back then I mixed up the cute little penguins with dolphins. And I was really bummed when I saw a dolphin mural instead of a penguin mural when we got back from summer vacation. That's when I started learning all about fishes and all marine life. Come, Stella, let's go to the supply closet to see what you need. Together, we selected glitter, markers, and a poster board, and she put it in a tote bag for me. I can't wait to see what you'll do, she says. As soon as I get home, I draw a dolphin jumping with big letters that spell out spelling bee. I even put glitter on the waves to make it feel more magical. I'm so happy that I even show Pancho. Who's Pancho? Oh, that's right. That's Stella's beta fish, right? Look, Pancho, I say. He zips around his fishbowl. I'm pretty sure that means he likes it. The next morning, I proudly stare at my poster as I eat my bowl of cereal. It's so great that my poster will be on display for everyone to see. Then I start thinking about the spelling bee. I don't mind spelling out loud too much, but I also have never done a spelling bee in my life. I asked Nick, have you ever done a spelling bee before? Yep, they're pretty fun. Let's practice. I'll quiz you. Okay, I reply. Spell Bigfoot, he smirks. I groan. Okay. What about alligator? I groan again. Mom takes a sip of her cafe and says, I'm sure she'll do fantastico. Despite Mom's encouragement in the morning, I'm so nervous by lunch. Lauren is sitting with us today, and ever since we ate lunch together, she joins Jenny and me a couple times a week when she isn't reading. I'm about to ask Jenny about the spelling bee when Jessica interrupts us. Look, it's the weirdo twosome. I think about what Mom said on Valentine's Day, so instead of looking up at Jessica, I pretend to ignore her. My heart is racing, but I just look forward and talk to Jenny. What do you want to do next Saturday? My mom said we could go to the movies. Jenny plays along. Ooh, I'll bring candy then. This makes Jessica angry. Did you guys hear what I said? I called you weirdos. Did you hear something? Jenny says, putting her hand to her ear. Yeah, nothing worth listening to, I reply. Ah, says Jessica, and she storms out. Wow, what's her problem? Whispers Lauren. We shrug, then Jenny and I give each other a quick fist bump. Then I take a big bite out of my delicious peanut butter sandwich. Secretly, I don't know if I could have been so brave without Jenny. However, I realized that Mom was right. Suddenly, I feel less nervous about the spelling bee. The spelling bee finally happens that afternoon back in the cafeteria. I see my poster hanging on the stage. The other 3rd grade class did posters too, but all the kids in my class agreed that mine is the best. Looks good. Michelle gives me a high five. Even Stanley says so. At least I think so. I just see his mouth move and I begin to turn away. But then I remembered him turning Roja on Valentine's Day. I forced myself to stop and say to him, thanks, and then turn around before he can say anything else. Since all the classes in my grade are doing the spelling bee, Jenny is already there. I rush over to sit next to her. She's sitting next to Anna and another girl. Anna is smiling much more than any of the other times I've seen her. So I know that's because the other girl has to be her best friend, Isabel. Being that happy is just what happens whenever you're near your best friend. After I say hi to Jenny and Anna, I whisper, hi, Isabel, and she waves back. I was right. Our principal, Miss Richards, is on stage with a microphone. She has on her dolphin pin, what she only wears on special days. Welcome, third graders. Today is the annual spelling bee. We're going to be doing it alphabetically, of course. We will have prizes for those who make it into the second round and a big prize for the grand winner. Everyone claps. The prizes at our school are pretty awesome. Kids have won school shirts, dolphin-shaped pencils, and even a pizza party. I whispered to Jenny, I hope we get a pizza party. Jenny nods. Miss Richards calls all the students with the last name that starts with A onto the stage. I start to get clammy hands and a sweaty forehead. I didn't know we had to go on stage. Trish Abrams heads to the microphone first. Mrs. Richards says, Trisha, please spell the word happiest. Trisha looks around and then she says, happiest. Happyest, happiest. Mrs. Richards presses a buzzer, which makes noise. Sorry, Trisha, that's wrong. Good try. Take a seat back in the audience. Jessica Anderson, do you know? Mrs. Richards asked. Yes, it's happiest. Happyest, happiest. Miss Richards presses another buzzer, which makes a perky ding noise. She says, correct, Jessica. Please take a seat on stage. I don't want to hear the noise. What if I get a word that I don't know how to spell? Or worst of all, I don't even know how to say. My stomach starts to hurt. Maybe I could go to the nurse. I wish Mom didn't have to work. Some of the other kids get to go home when they go to the nurse, but Mom can only pick me up if it's an emergency. Maybe this is a real emergency. I mean, a stomach ache could be a sign of something else that I don't even know about, right? Before I can figure out my escape plan, Miss Richardson says, will all the children with the last name beginning with D come up on stage? Stella Diaz. I look at Jenny and I whisper, I don't want to go. Oh, you'll be great, Stella. You got this, she says and pats my back. It makes me feel a little better, but my legs feel wobbly like flan. That's like a wiggly dessert. As I walk onto the stage, there are two students in front of me. The lights are so bright, I can't even see what's going on. Then I hear Mrs. Richardson say, Stella Diaz, will you come to the microphone? I go, nod my head yes, and walk up to the microphone. My hands and every part of me are shaking. Australia, please spell disappear. I freeze. I wish I could disappear. If I spell it wrong, everyone is going to laugh. I look at Miss Bell, then Jenny. Both are smiling at me. I feel a little bit better, but my throat is closed up like I have cotton candy stuck in it. Then I remember what Mom says, and I'm stronger than I realize. Finally, I close my eyes. Disappear. D. Mrs. Richards says, louder, dear. I nod. Disappear. Disappear. I hear a ding noise. Miss Richards says, correct. You get to move to the next round. Take a seat on stage. I'm surprised. That wasn't so bad. My voice didn't sound so weird on the microphone. It sounded okay. I sit down and wait for the next round. I actually can't wait to go again. It takes a long time to get to the rest of the students. There are about 80 of us all together. So there are many dings and ers. Jenny makes it through the next round. And of course, Stanley does too. The next word I have to spell is knowledge. And of course, I of course know how to spell it. Knowledge. I swear the ding sound just sounds just a little bit more special the second time. I make it all the way to the third round or the semifinals when I misspell the word dandelion. Honestly, hearing the sound wasn't so bad, especially since there were only 6 students left on stage with me. I get so caught up with the spelling bee that the only way I know that I made it to the semifinals is that I get a pink ribbon with a gold star that says semifinalist. Chris Pollard ends up winning it all with the word gregarious. I don't even know if Mrs. Giroux could spell that. I don't even know what that means. Me either. Stanley also has a pink ribbon, which is surprising. I thought he'd win it all. Maybe we're alike in some ways. Anyway, Jenny helps me put my ribbon on as we walk past the dolphin mural. And then we link arms. We make ding and noises to each other. Maybe we sound like dolphins. No, better yet, robots, I whispered to Jenny. We both giggled as we start walking like robots. I wear my ribbon proudly the rest of the day. I can't wait to show Mom, I say quietly to myself. Then I say even softer, maybe the presentation won't be so bad. This time, I kind of believe it too. That's it. Wow. Maybe Stella is growing up. She learned a lot in this chapter, didn't she? She learned that you can only let a bully you if you let it bother you and you give them the reaction that they want. And she also learned that you don't always have to be nervous about going up on stage. Believe in yourself. You're stronger than you think you are. All right. Tomorrow night, we get to read chapter 16, 17, and 18. Can't wait to see you. Bye. Hey, it's a beautiful day. Go outside and play.